Hey guys!
Hi!
You're listening to Not As We Planned, so get ready for
Honest,
raw,
unfiltered,
unhinged story,
where we share our advice, opinions,
and talk about all the shit that people avoid discussing. We want to point out we are not qualified professionals, although I feel like I am one.
and what we say is the advice we would give to our besties.
Welcome.
Hey guys, welcome back to
a very new
studio.
lavish studio, Not As We Planned.
This is like so surreal. If you guys are listening right now rather than watching, then you need to go and head over to YouTube because we are currently sitting in our very own, very pink.
Very pink. Very pink.
Looks like Barbie just
I think we
threw
might
up.
need a little bit more pink.
Our very own studio. So this is a real pinch me moment. And also, I don't know if you may be noticing something that we are wearing.
Self-love era.
So we have also got some merch that you guys will soon be able to get.
Yeah, we don't have a date for that yet, but we will let you know. But it's all, guys, we have been little squirrels behind the scenes working away. And it's so funny because every time we've done like a question box, like what's coming, everyone's like tour. Some of you are like a perfume. Has someone guessed the studio?
No one has said a studio. Some people have said a TV program, which is giving me some ideas, guys. Like,
Can you
are we
imagine?
getting our own TV program?
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
But yeah, no one guessed that we've got our very own studio, and that is thanks to
I
you
hope
guys.
you can appreciate like attention to detail with like another one.
Another one.
It's just we were very passionate about how we wanted this to look. We had a vision, and I mean,
The vision is
this
here.
is it.
Yeah, it is.
It's thrown up, and we're here. So
Yeah, and we hope you had a lovely summer. We're back
we're back, and we're bigger
and better
than
ever. Should we have a very much needed summer catch up?
Go on, you go first.
Am I going first? God, it's when's the last time we even filmed? It must be just
It
just
was
after
like
the
the
kids
first
broke up.
week of the summer holidays.
Yeah. So I went on holiday. It was so lovely with the kids. Went to Spain. My boyfriend came out for the end of the holiday, which was so nice. Yeah, like, do you know what I like about the sort of holiday that I did? We had our own apartment. So we're not led by like breakfasts at this time,
Yeah.
lunches at this time. So we had like the kids were waking up at like 11 a.m.
Dream.
I know, but they were going to bed at like 1.
Yeah,
but like we
yeah.
were just in Spanish time.
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
just doing
100%.
everything so slowly. It was so nice. My mum came with me. She's literally like my husband. So that was just amazing. And yeah, we just had the best time. And I guess by the time this is out, they're going to be back at school, which I guess eventually we will talk about because the fact that Rome is starting school, I haven't even quite
processed it.
grasped that. I haven't even thought about it yet in my head. I mean, I haven't even bought any of the uniform yet, obviously, because like lastminute.com. But yeah, do you know what? It's just been a really lovely summer. Struggle, like right now, I don't have the kids. They're with their dad. Finding it quite difficult getting towards the end of the week because I'm not used to not having them for a whole week. I only really generally go 2 days maximum in a row without them. So definitely feeling the silence in the house. I'm sure the minute they're back, I'll be like, what was I missing? No, I'm joking, sort of. But yeah, no, I miss them. I can't wait to get them back. And I don't really have any other relevant updates. I feel like Carly's update is going to be a bit more juicy.
Oh, I don't know. Mine's been weird because obviously I think on the last episode I spoke about how my split is weird this year. Like for the first time ever, we've been doing a week on, week off, and it's only over summer, not in term time. It has been really, really challenging, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, I've had all this kid-free time. It's been amazing. I have really struggled with my kid-free time. So the first week was fine because I feel like we were really busy doing this. We were filming our promo video.
Yeah.
I had loads of stuff like just to sort. And then I had a week with the kids, which was really nice. And we just did like wholesome stuff. I know we were filming that week and I felt really guilty that I had to give up one of my days. And then I had a kid-free week and I was like panicking coming up to it. My sister was in Spain and she was like, Kylie, we've got a sofa bed. Why don't you just book a flight and come out? And I was like, okay.
But how annoying that we didn't see each other.
I know. We were
tried
further than we thought.
we tried to organise seeing each other, but I think it was like a 45-minute journey.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be down the road.
Yeah.
But it was so nice. Like, I just went out there. It was very bizarre because I was still very much like with the kids, like I was giving piggybacks, I had kids on my shoulders. We went to a fair and my sister and her husband walked off and I was stuck with both the kids. I was like, hang on a minute, guys.
Had they invited me just to be their nanny?
I basically was the au pair. But I had such a nice time. It was just what I needed. It was a really good distraction. I actually read a whole book. And it was brilliant. And then I came back, I had a week with the kids. We actually went glamping in Norfolk to Featherdown Farms. They've got quite a lot all over the country. I cannot recommend it enough. I hate the word wholesome, it makes me want to throw up in my mouth. But
you have actually already said that.
Yeah.
You said it about 2 minutes ago.
Did I say wholesome?
Yeah.
Oh my God, who am I? Cringe. But yeah, it was really wholesome. Like it was so like, I think as well where I really wanted that week to be just about us reconnecting and like having proper undisturbed time. We got lucked out with the weather. It was like 28 degrees. I felt like we were abroad. We went to the beach. We did so many things and it was just what I needed. I mean, you would have died that the spiders every night like were just ridiculous. I had to really put my big girl boots on and be
I'm
like,
okay with spiders.
Or even giant ones with fangs. Oh,
Fangs?
I'll show you close up. I swear it was going to kill us. Anyway. So that was great. And then back to kid-free week this week. And I won't lie, like this week has been a struggle. Like I've just, trying to keep distracted, but I've been like, I have got a skip, which is already filled. I thought that was going to take my entire week. So I just didn't really plan it very well. And I was like, oh shit now, what do I do?
Yeah.
And I am struggling. I'm very open about that. So other than that, I've put myself back on the dating apps. Obviously, I was seeing someone. It was never like official or anything, and like I was very much of the mindset like, just like it's an experience, isn't it? At the end of the day, and it's all about like seeing if you and that person are compatible. And he's just not my person, and there's no bad feelings at all. Like I had so much fun. We had so much fun together. I think that's why we just got on really, really well, and. He's a lot of fun, but I think you can have a lot of fun with someone without them being a person.
Yeah.
And that's all it was. So,
she's back.
She's back, baby. Do you know what? I'm going to keep my cards very close to my chest with what I talk about on here with dating.
What app are you on at the moment?
I'm on everything.
Oh, she's on everything.
I'm on
she's
Hinge. I'm on Bumble. And do you know what else I've put myself on?
What?
Because my eyelash technician told me about it. Facebook dating.
So what?
And I've actually matched with like 2 okay people on there.
So is that an app?
Like, more local. No, it's on Facebook. Really weird. I'll show you it
Okay,
afterwards.
so I hope it's not like, are we dating the same guy?
No, but I have put myself in those groups.
Fuck off.
For podcast content.
Hold on. Why have you not shown me it yet?
Because
Why are we not on it? Why have we not...
it's the tea. I don't even care. Like, I'm not even looking for people I'm dating on there. I'm just here for the tea.
Yeah, like,
no,
why
it's
have
wild.
you not shown me
if
yet?
you're bored, this shit is wild. You don't need to go on like Reddit or anything like. Join one of those groups, sit back, grab a drink, you're fine. But so my gossip is just, I'm very much in my single girl era. Also, like within my friendship group, like one of my best friends has just gone through heartbreak. And it just, I don't know, it really felt nice that she had someone to reach out to who understood, like fully understood. We went out last night, me and the girls, and we're a group of 6. I was sat there, my friend was like, this is the first time since we were like, I don't know, 20, that 4 of us have been single at the same time. And we were like, holla. No, we're not going to be whores. But we are booking a girls' trip for October, November. So we're either going to do Dubai or Paris. I know 2 completely different vibes.
Yeah.
It just depends on like if we can make it work because like 2 of us have kids and just working out dates and stuff. But do you know what? I'm feeling really positive and excited. I think with every failed dating experience, like in my head, I'm like, it's cool because it's just pushing me towards my person. Mm-hmm. Like it's just, I've taken quite a lot of things from seeing the last person I was seeing. Like there's a lot of things that I know are deal breakers for me, even if I try and keep myself, they're not. I think there's lots of things that actually like, I felt quite secure in it, ironically, like with certain things. I can't really explain it without going into detail, and I don't really want to go into detail because, But, it was just, like I said, like every experience is is a lesson.
100%.
And
it's all about learning from it
yeah.
rather than
And look, I was
repeating it.
sad for one day, like when we decided that was it, because I'm human, and you know, after 3 months you do catch feels for someone, and I think I'm really glad it's ended where it has rather than it dragged on, and that would have been harder. So yeah, I'm very content. We're so busy with this and busy with work and juggling the kids and stuff. So we'll see. But like, I am very much going to put myself out there, and I'm excited to date. And I feel like that's the first proper time, because I feel like when I first started seeing him, I went on maybe like four other dates before him. So I haven't had like loads of experience. I'm not saying like I'm going to go on dates every single week. Absolutely not. And I still stand by, I want to FaceTime people, because I'm not wasting my kid-free time like willingly. Let's have a date here, have a date. No. But
Free meal though.
I would not do a first date
you
as a
not?
meal, not after
That experience.
that experience. No, I'm
Fair.
more of a coffee date girl or a drink girl, I think.
Fair.
Or like a fun activity if you're a
Worth
fun
it.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
We'll see. So
Okay, we'll watch this space.
no, I think I'm in my single girl era. I don't know.
Go for
Unless
it.
someone
We're looking at that Facebook group soon, by the way.
We will.
Talking of that, actually, in the break, I was on Radio 4.
Oh yeah.
And we spoke about, it was pretty much about
those groups.
that Facebook group. So, yeah, that was really cool.
I mean, it clearly works from what I've seen. Like, anyone got the tea on this? Like, we've been seeing each other for 3 months, blah, blah. And he's like, what? He was at my house last week. Like, he's
Stop
been sick.
it.
And I'm like, sat there like, oh my God, it's wild.
But are you not messaging all of them being like, listen to my podcast?
Oh my God, I should.
Yeah, of course you
but
should.
I might get booted out the group, because they have like rules and regulations, don't
Like,
they?
don't-
And
no
I don't read.
advertisement.
Probably is that.
Yeah.
Should I do it? Pin drop, run.
Yeah.
Just get booted out of all the groups. I mean, one's like from all different regions.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm in,
but
like,
ones that aren't even
Midlands.
in regions that you're in. You're just being a nosy bitch.
It was market research.
Yeah, it is market research. I'm so here for it. I might get on it.
We're going to get stuck into emails, girls, because you sent us some great ones over the break, and we're here for it. I'm going to let Tash do it, because I feel like I've just been speaking for quite a while. So
Okay. This stood out because this is called possibly one of the worst stories you will hear.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Bit scared. Tash and Carly, I'm writing to tell you about my experience in a 30-year toxic relationship.
30.
30-year.
Holy guacamole.
It all began when I was backpacking around Thailand. Sorry, you know, Friends, when he's like, I was backpacking. Do you know which?
Yeah, I know
when
exactly.
Ross is telling his story to try and have sex. Okay, sorry, that threw me. When I was backpacking around Europe. It all began when I was backpacking around Thailand as a 20-year-old student in the early 90s. I met an Italian guy and fell madly in love.
Carlos.
Probably. We had a long-distance relationship for 2 years until I moved to Italy to be with him.
Wow.
We were happy for the first 7 years, mainly because I was ignoring what I now know to be big red flags.
Don't we all?
Until I fell pregnant with our first child. From day one of my pregnancy, he treated me terribly. Apparently, at 31 years old, he wasn't ready to be a father. Cool. He started being cold and distant, staying out late, treating me like a burden. He was totally intolerant of me. I started to become aware that he fancied a friend of mine.
Oh, no.
It was blatantly obvious that the feelings were mutual. I remember sitting in a restaurant with the two of them while they flirted outrageously with one another. I was heavily pregnant at the time. I found out that they were having a relationship a few months after the birth when I found text messages between them. I should have run for the hills, but instead I believed his lies and promises of it was nothing.
No.
And he'd made a stupid mistake. Fast forward 5 years, and I found out that he had been living a double life for 4 years with a woman he met through work.
Oh, fuck off.
And also had another casual fling going on at the same time. Oh, so he was also cheating on her with someone else.
So this man is just putting pie.
Literally. This must have been the final straw, you may be thinking. But no. I decided to stay for more of the same. There was a big scene when I found out. I had seen email exchanges and he confessed all. Said he was glad I'd found out that he was trying to get out of it but couldn't. Anyway, he ended the relationship and I stayed. I didn't realise that each time I forgave him, I was giving him a free pass to treat me even worse. We've said this before, haven't we? I feel like sometimes taking someone back when they've done something is you literally letting them know what you did wasn't bad enough for me to leave.
There's no consequences.
You can do it again.
I love you enough. I'll stay through anything. And that
Yeah.
just gives them the green light to keep going.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention that other than being serial cheat, Prince Charming also did everything he could to destroy my confidence. Nothing I did was ever good enough. The way I dressed, my hair, how I walked, how I carried my bag, my choice of career, taste in music. I was constantly criticised under the pretense of giving me advice and gaslit. I look back now at photos of myself when I was young before meeting him, and I see a beautiful, happy, feminine, confident woman. That woman slowly deteriorated. Our second child was born and he was different for the first couple of years. Probably he was just hiding his cheating better. He travelled frequently for work and I lived in constant anxiety about what he was up to. I started to suffer from panic attacks. Then he started coming back from business trips with love bites on his neck and scratches on his back. I once found a woman's gold chain in our bed and I still stayed. Why, you may ask? I really don't have the answer to that. I was desperately unhappy. I survived by immersing myself into my job and my role as a mother. Nobody knew what was happening. We were great actors. I can relate. As in, like, I didn't tell anyone. Not that I'm just a good actress.
But I am a fan. Did you see our trailer? Netflix hit me up.
As the children got older, he would try to get them to team up with him in his treatment of me. That is terrible.
Wait, trying to get who? The children?
They're the children. Look how ugly your mother is, kids.
No.
He once said completely out the blue when I protested, the kid said, "Oh, come on, Mum, it's only a joke." Oh, no, that's horrible.
It's giving Raising Monsters.
He took pleasure in humiliating me.
God.
There are thousands of incidents like these. My son grew to be a passionate rugby player, and much of our free time was spent taking him to training and matches. We had a fun group of parents at the rugby club, and for a while I was happy. I begged him to stay away from any of the mums, as it was my son's happy place, and I didn't want him to ruin things for him. But guess what? Yes, that's right. He did it. I found out that he was seeing 2 women. One from the gym and one from the rugby club. I don't know why, but this time, after 30 years, I finally decided that was it. No more. We had a huge row.
It's a bit greedy, isn't it?
I mean, it's giving, like...
I want the pasta, I want the pizza.
Yeah, like, I just don't understand how these men have the time.
Hell. Like...
What's he do for a living?
Isn't juggling one woman hard enough? They give it to you enough. Like, imagine having to take that
But
shit
I wonder
from...
what his job is. Sleeping around. We had a huge row and I told him I wanted to separate. We weren't married. He had always refused to marry me. From that day, he decided to completely open up about his antics. Coming home at 4 a.m. or not coming home at all, completely indifferent to what our teenage children could think. He decided to go public with the rugby woman, a single mum 20 years younger than him. I found out that on the occasions that I didn't attend tournaments, which required overnight stays, they'd been sharing a room.
Oh my gosh.
I bought a shitty apartment in an awful area in desperation. I needed to get on the property ladder as he would have turfed me out of the family home once the kids were independent. This wasn't good enough. He wanted us out quick, and I received a letter from his lawyer giving me 10 days to leave the property. This man is a pig. I received support from a women's centre who were absolutely brilliant. They made me understand that what I'd been through in these 30 years was abuse. I didn't feel like a victim. It was difficult to accept. I now understand that my ex has narcissistic personality disorder. What I've told you is actually only the tip of the iceberg. Things were really bad. The drama he creates is still ongoing. He has forced his new girlfriend and her son upon my kids as he replicates with her the life that we had. We moved out last week. We left in the morning. Wow. She's already in there in the afternoon. My new place, although dramatic downgrade, has become an absolute haven. I'm 52. I have no savings at all, and I had the weight of the world on my shoulders, but I feel at peace and I'm optimistic for my future. I wish I could scream out loud to all the women to leave immediately at the first sign of toxic behaviour. Don't stay for the kids. Don't stay out of fear. Don't stay out of habit. Don't live the life that I have. Thank you so much for listening.
Wow.
Do you know what? It just shows that, first of all, I just want to take a moment to say that, like, you should be really proud of yourself for getting out. I know that it took some time. I know that you accepted a lot of bad behaviour, but you're still now at a place where you've left with, like you said, a massive downgrade to where you're living, but you still feel more at peace than being in that financially probably better situation, but with what sounds like an absolute pig. And I really hope that he hasn't tarnished.
I actually would have used the C word, and I never used the C word.
He's
so.
a cunt. Yeah. I hope that your kids haven't been tarnished by his behaviour, because like you've even said, we always say don't stay for the kids, because what are you showing them that they should be accepting as they get older?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think that's a really valuable message, and I think it's a lot easier said than done, where you said, like, you know, you start to pick up on the red flags, and you start to things do go through your mind, like when things are happening where you deep down you know things aren't right, but you make excuses. And I wonder if, when or if we're in those situations, whether we almost try and like have a more conscious approach to it, being like, this is a sign I'm feeling this way, I'm not going to brush it under the carpet. And look, both me and Tash have experienced brushing things under the carpet, and, you know, sometimes accepting maybe that's just part of what married life is or whatever it is. But I think we also need to take more accountability in knowing when we do deep down know something's not right, don't we?
I think it's also taking accountability to choose what we should and shouldn't be accepting. But like you said, when you are in it, it's so difficult to know whether, because I know what used to go on in my head, like, no one really airs their dirty laundry. No one really ever talks about the bad things that happen behind closed doors. So in my head, I managed to convince myself that what I was going through was probably the norm, was probably just, this is what married life is like. You have your ups, you have your downs. No relationship is easy. But there's a difference between your relationship not always being easy and your relationship being toxic, filling you with dread and paranoia and being insecure.
Anxiety.
Like, that's not meant to happen.
That's not okay. And that's it. I think when you do get to the point where you're living like with that fight or flight feeling constantly, that should be a sign like this isn't okay.
Yeah.
But really proud of you. Like, this is the start of your new life, and it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever, you've got out. There's no age limit on love. Like, if that is something you want and you want to meet someone again, like in your future, I definitely think, like, obviously there's a lot of work you need to do on yourself, because this man sounds like he's completely damaged your self-confidence and self-worth, and that's something that only you can take the responsibility to find. We can't ever get that from external people or sources. That comes from you doing the work, and I genuinely believe you can do it. So get our journal.
Thank you. Thanks for emailing.
Okay, we're going to do this one because I feel like it fits in with just coming back from the summer holidays. It's called Singo Solo Holiday, inspired by Carly. So
Love that.
yeah, go you. So, hi, lovely ladies. I emailed you nearly a year ago, which was featured on episode 16 of Patreon. He texted me, I don't love you anymore, twice.
I remember that.
It really is a roller coaster, isn't it? I'm 2 years in and still not yet divorced. Relate. But my God, I'm in a better place. And I can say that hand on heart. I relate to you both so much, Carly especially, because we have similar age children. I believe separated from husbands similar times in 2023 and still going through ugly divorces with troubles over finances. I've been to your last 2 live events and met you both in Bicester, where I also got to pick the brains of the amazing Legally Nick. So thank you for that. Oh, this like gives me joy.
I know, like it's giving me goosebumps. I don't know if it's the aircon.
It's so lovely to meet you all. I was starstruck.
Oh,
We're
you're
just
cute.
Carly and Tash. It just makes me laugh. I'm going to bullet point the shitty bits so I can get to the positives in a nutshell. I'm really sorry if I'm repeating anything. I realised through 22 months of therapy and consultations with other experts, such as solicitors and direct access barristers, that I am absolutely dealing with a narcissistic ex-husband, and my God, it's draining. I discovered his affair 5 months after we broke up. That's hard.
That's a real like setback, isn't it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Where he completely gaslit me and swore to me, my marriage counsellor, friends, family, that he would never cheat. Dirty pig. That was her, not me, by the way. He stepped back hugely from his parental responsibilities and does the bare minimum every other weekend at a push, yet thinks he deserves Dad of the Year. Oh. He stayed in the family home whilst I had to move in with my parents with the 2 kids. He withheld some of his salary from me. He didn't pay child maintenance for a number of months. Fraudulently took a mortgage holiday on our joint mortgage without consulting me so he could pocket the rest of the money, and stole 5k from his 5-year-old's savings.
Classy.
Those are just the highlights. He introduced the kids to the other woman, a work colleague.
Another one.
Without telling me, despite promising me when we separated that he would never do that, and I should give him some credit. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, just like classic. He lies to his family and has said on 4 occasions that I refused to let him have the kids so they could go to his cousin's birthday parties, when in fact I had no idea and he had never even asked. Thankfully, his sister has maintained contact with me and keeps me informed. She can also sniff out his bullshit and mile off and supports me more than I can really put into words, because her opinion really helps to validate my feelings. That's really nice. You've got someone from his family.
Very rare.
Super rare. Hold on to that. When it came to finally selling and moving out of the family house, on the day I planned to go to the house to collect the rest of mine and the children's belongings, furniture, having given him ample notice, I arrived to find her inside our family home and found she had locked me out. I had to resort to calling the police to get inside my own house.
Good for you.
She eventually came out, didn't say a word to me, and drove off smirking and waving at me. It was the first and only time I've set eyes on her. It was a horrific experience. He has since moved into a new home with her, as my children have told me that her and her dog are going to be living with Daddy forever. She'll be there every time we go. Yet, they're still denying they're living together because of the potential financial implications in the divorce. Pathetic. I'm nearly there with the divorce, but he continues to try to blackmail, threaten and manipulate me. I'm trying to stand firm and stand strong, but it's the hardest thing not to just give up. So finally, the positives. The children and I are doing amazingly and had a number of wonderful firsts. We had our first camping trip with a group of school friends, families in a tent. I'm not a camper, so this was a big deal for me. Like, I relate to this so much. Like when I was glamping the other day, like we had no electricity, and like I'm more like a bougie hotel kind of girl, I won't lie. But like I have got a bit of that.
If there's
rough
no
in me.
electricity, how do you charge your phone?
I had to buy chargers that had 6 charges. I had 2 chargers that had 6 full chargers, and then there was like a plug to charge the charger near the fridges, which weren't by your tent.
So you can do your hair?
No, I just slicked it back every day.
You're lucky that you suit that. I'd be fucked.
You'd be fucked.
I wouldn't go.
But yeah, like I get that.
Why aren't you going glamping? Because I can't have my hair dry.
I did my hair like nice the first day,
and then you're fucked the rest.
After that, I was like, it's fine. I'm gonna sit.
It
was really hot.
Is that why you stayed off Instagram? Not because you were trying to be wholesome, but because you just didn't look good.
I looked fucking fantastic with the slick. No, it was actually all right. I thought that would bother me a lot more than it did.
That's good.
But it was also so hot that I didn't want my hair down anyway.
No, I understand that.
Anywho. I took my 4 and 6-year-olds on the train on a day trip to London by myself. Another very proud moment. We had a fabulous day and they were amazingly well behaved. We had a downstairs pyjama party with the mattresses on the floor, staying up late watching movies and having snacks. We'll make this a more regular thing, making special memories alone, just the 3 of us. I live for shit like this. Like our movie nights, I am a bit extra, like I go all in, but like I always think like we're the ones responsible for making their childhood memories. And like I think as well, like when you're a single parent, you feel the pressure, and particularly being, I'm going to say it, the mother, the default parent, you often feel like the other parent is the fun parent. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be the fun parent. Like I don't want them to look at, oh, their time with Daddy, they get to go out to these cool places, and with Mummy, she's the one who like does all the routine and this. Like I'm like, no, Mummy's going to do some cool shit. And I think that's where I've really tried to step up my game. I've come a long way with dating. No long-term success stories, but valuable experiences. I won't go into the details, but let's just say I've learnt more about recognising red flags, which resulted in me making a Claire's Law request. Wow.
Oh.
And discovering the guy I was dating was a serial domestic abuser. fuck.
Well, do you know what? How good that you knew how to go about that.
And you had that, like,
You followed your
intuition,
gut, yeah.
inside you.
Lesson.
Safe to say I ended that relationship promptly. Since then, I'm learning to maintain boundaries and preserve my peace and well-being. Namaste. The highlight, I've always wanted to have a solo holiday. My ex agreed to have the children for 5 nights over the summer holidays. After a lot of messing about, withdrawing the offer, then agreeing immediately, I booked a holiday to Tenerife, and that's where I am now. She's on holiday on her own. Oh. You fucking queen, this is I'm doing this.
I love this, and she's emailing us from her holiday.
I think people thought I was on my own when I went to Spain, or with a rich man with a yacht, but it was my sister's in-laws. It was so funny, actually, so it was my sister's in-laws, and like he was joking around. He was like, "Should we like take a picture together?" And people were gonna, I was gonna take a picture and post a picture of me and him, just because I felt like if I post this picture, let's see what happens, because people make assumptions with no context to anything.
I know.
And we were laughing. I was like, "No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that."
Talk about clickbait.
No, he was like, "If you ever want to come on the yacht for a weekend," I'm like, sign me up, Keith.
All right, Keith.
He's a cool guy, though. They're really, really nice couple. So, yeah. Anyway, it's been, a gorgeous holiday, all-inclusive, with nothing but peace, relaxation, swimming, food, cocktails, and reading. It's bliss. The thing I was most scared of, eating alone in restaurants, is not as scary as I imagined it to be either. It's not. It doesn't faze me, actually. I do it quite a lot. I take myself out for lunch dates. For my own company. I look around me and people are either giving me kind smiles and feeling they're admiring my braveness, or couples are literally sitting in silence for an hour looking at their phones, proving that I'm definitely not missing out. Yeah. It's been the hardest 22 months, but I'm so proud of myself for how far I've come. When he texted those words that he didn't love me anymore, my world crumbled, and I'm ashamed to say I was suicidal. I could not see anything clearly. Letting go of the resentment is still ongoing, but I'm making progress. I'm no longer upset about the affair, but more so about the unfairness of dads walking away with next to no responsibility and still playing the victim and hurling abuse at me. It's bizarre. Now, however, I have crystal clear vision. With hindsight, I have a totally different perspective about our relationship and my marriage. Just like you say, I thought I was in love, but in reality, that person didn't exist. Mm-hmm. I was desperately holding onto my family unit and had lost all self-worth. I can see that this is all about him and nothing to do with me. I'm without a doubt so much happier alone. I'm learning to love myself and know that I don't need a partner to make me happy. I can do that all by myself, and I'm loving being selfish and living my best life. I'm really feeling empowered and proud this evening, which is what has prompted me to send this email. Aww. I think all mamas are incredible, but single mamas, my goodness, we are incredible. Why is this going to make me cry? Love you ladies for being my second therapist and pulling me through the hardest years of my life. Hope you had a lovely summer. Thank you again. Love, me. Oh, look at you. You look happy as well. Like, you look genuinely glowing. Amazing. I'm honestly... I hope this gives hope to anyone like in the trenches, like who's just had their world crushed, who's just found out their partner's been having an affair, who's just been left in the most disgusting and like humiliating way. There is light, and I know where you are, and particularly if you're in the trenches, like you're not going to be able to really believe that truly, but that's why I love doing a mixture of stories when people have come out the other side. Like, look at that independence. Like, I guarantee when you were married, you would never have considered going away on your own. Like, it's just so empowering. And yeah, we want more stories like that as well. I think it's really important to know, like, everything is going to be okay. And like that feeling of feeling worthless and shit and low and depressed, it's all temporary. It's all a temporary emotion, and things really do get better.
Yeah, and one thing that I just want to touch on, you said that you feel ashamed that you were suicidal. There's absolutely nothing to be ashamed of with that. I think that owning that and taking it on board and realising that you were at such a low place that like that was valid for how you were feeling, and that's okay. I think actually be proud of yourself that you came out of that you felt that way and you powered through, and look where you are now. So I don't want to hear ever again that you were ashamed of feeling that way. That's how you felt, and that is so fine. I think it's feeling empowered by being there and being where you
100%.
are now. So thank you so much. And hopefully you come to the next event.
Definitely.
This is called Should I Have Stayed? Hi there. I met my now fiance when I was 18. We became obsessed with each other and quickly became best friends as well as boyfriend and girlfriend. He decided with his boy mates to go on a lad's holiday. I wasn't happy, but not much I could do. His best friend at the time was also a great friend of mine, and although I rarely heard from my boyfriend, his friend would fill me in on what was happening. Fast forward, he comes back from the holiday. I'm so excited to see him. I ask the question, did anything happen? He says no, proclaims his love for me and how he would never do that. 6 months later, our shared best friend came clean and told me that my boyfriend had kissed a girl multiple times and would disappear in the evening to walk her home back to the hotel.
No.
When confronted again, he denied, but eventually came clean and admitted to kissing. But to this day, 12 years later, and a 3-year-old daughter, never admitted to sleeping with anyone else. I've struggled with this for years and years. Although I decided to forgive him and continue our relationship as we were young and naive, he claims I was his first sexual experience, which is the same for me, but I can't help but wonder, would someone in a relationship disappear every night, walk a girl home, and it be innocent? I'd love an opinion on this. Please keep me anonymous. The thing is, it's really interesting that this is obviously
Years.
12 years later, and it's still sitting uncomfortably.
It just shows that trust.
And do you know what the thing is whatever we say right now is an opinion because we don't have fact. No one will have fact, but I think it really comes down to more of how you feel.
Yeah, are you
Because
okay?
I could sit here and be like, he definitely slept with her. Like, yeah, he definitely slept with her. But no one's going to know whether he did or not. I think the question is more is, do you trust him?
I think it's really telling that, and this is for me why I know, like, if I found out someone cheated, I could never stay, because that's it. Like, and I think the things where as well, he obviously lied about the kissing, so you know he's like a compulsive liar, and you know he's got the ability to lie unless he gets found out. Like, why would he tell you more? And I think that's where my head would go, and I think that's really detrimental to a relationship, because I think you start to second guess yourself, and whether or not, like, at the end of the day, I think we need to understand that with a lot of these people who lie, you're never actually going to find out the truth, no matter how much digging you do, no matter how much, you know, say, please, I just want to know. Like, it doesn't matter. I think what you need to check in with is, how does it feel to you? Is that something you're going to carry in you for another 12 years and it still not feel right? Because that's not a way to live. That's not how we should be existing in a relationship. A relationship is meant to make you feel safe, secure, and happy. And it sounds like he's not doing any of those things, really, because I would never be happy with someone I couldn't fully trust.
I think the thing is that is a struggle, is like also appreciate, especially 12 years down the line, you're like constantly thinking about something that happened when you were 18. And sometimes people will sit there and be like, how can I end a relationship or walk away from a relationship without fact? And it happened 12 years ago. I guess the only fact you've got is that he did cheat. You just don't know to what extent. And at the end of the day, you chose to stay with him. And your question of should I have stayed, I think your email hasn't given us enough detail to understand what your relationship is like. All we know of is that he was a bit weird on that holiday. Does he go on regular lads holidays now? Is he out a lot? Or is he like a really loving, caring partner? Like I feel like you haven't given us enough, but it's obviously very apparent that you are insecure about your relationship, or is it just something that happened 12 years ago? I'd be intrigued for you to maybe give us a bit more.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay. Product of the week. So, hopefully you can see a close-up of that. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Now, I have used a lot of setting sprays in my time. This, elite. Like, absolutely. Oh, you're going to love it. Honestly, like, I used it when I went to Spain and went out in the evening. You know, like, when it's
smells
hot.
nice.
Yeah, it smells divine. When you go out in the evening and, like, my makeup literally didn't move. So I normally put it on before my makeup, and I also put it on afterwards. I've got a mini of it as well. It is honestly the best setting spray I have
Really?
used. Yeah, and like I do love a setting spray because I do feel like I'm one of those.
Do you want to know what I use?
What do you use?
What I use to keep my makeup on. I feel like we've spoken about this probably before. I've spoken about it on my Instagram. Some people are like, yes, best
What,
hack ever.
hairspray?
I
used
use
to do that
hairspray.
at uni.
I use my L'Oreal
The gold one?
hairspray. Yeah.
Oh, I used to do that. It just made my face all like.
Oh, I love it. I love how it feels. But that smells really nice. I've just sprayed it all over my
Have a little
face.
try, yeah.
So let's see how I look after 5
It's
episodes.
really good. So yeah, it's honestly like I think it's like 16 hours it holds your makeup for, and if you like, you know, like a bit of a boogie on a night out, stunning. So yeah, that's my product of the week.
Love that. Should we do a confession of the week?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Guys, I've missed this.
Me too.
Missed this confession of the week. Also, do you know what? We'd actually really like to hear from you guys. If there's any new segment that you think that we should be doing, considering we are in our brand new studio.
We're all about newness.
Yeah, bring it on. Okay, confession of the week. I was dating a guy for about 3 months or so, and we took a trip to London. We wanted to see a football match, so we made a weekend of it. It soon became clear that he was a what head? She's put an emoji here.
A coke head.
Oh,
Snow. Snow is coke.
I mean, it shows how oblivious I am to drugs.
Yeah,
Oh, is that what she
cokehead.
meant? A cokehead. Okay. I was like, what, snow, like snowy
Snowman?
Oh, he's a
He's a
frosty
snow-
head.
Jack
I thought it was like ice head, like his personality's icy. Okay, cool. Learn something new. I knew he did it, but not to the extent that he did. Yes, I should have walked away when I first found out. Anyway, the second night, I booked a table for a meal and drinks. We had a drink first, and then somehow an argument started. No idea what I said. We literally just chatted. He was shouting so loud, people started to look and became quite tearful at the aggression. I became quite tearful at the aggression. Came back from the toilet, and he said that he's paid for the hotel. I'd paid for the train. That I need to find somewhere else to stay. Weekend of train and tube strikes. I wouldn't leave the pub without the room key. Headed straight to the hotel, packed all my stuff and left. Not before cleaning the toilet with his toothbrush and leaving it exactly where I'd found it. I mean, what a pig. What sort of man leaves someone in a hotel room? I would never know, would
Never.
you? That is not a man, that is a child, a man-child.
We don't accept
And I
that
hope
behaviour.
I hope he sucked on that toothbrush so hard that it gave him shit breath. Thank you for that. Let's finish with an affirmation of the week. I feel like it needs to be something about like new beginnings. While we're
Yeah.
sitting here in our brand new studio, pinch me moment. Do you know what? Set your goals and believe that they can happen, because who would have thought 2 years ago?
Well, do you know what, Tash? We've manifested fucking hard for this shit.
Yeah.
And we've worked hard for this
Yeah,
shit.
so do you know what, guys? Set those goals, manifest it, and make it fucking happen. We love you guys. Thank
we
you
will
so
see
much.
you next week in our studio.
Love
Thanks,
you.
guys. Bye.
Bye.